Even if they don't know basketball, how do you explain what makes Phil Phil?
He has a great knack for bringing guys together, and his message is always the same. He's not a rah-rah coach. I think rah-rah coaches lose the attention of the team quickly because they're always trying to pump guys up. He doesn't do that. He focuses on execution, on triangle offense, and us playing as a unit. That's it. He's not going to get in your face. He's not going to do any of that stuff. He's just going to focus on this consistent message every single day.
Has your appreciation of him grown through time? I mean, from today back when you first came to play for him?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the older you get, the more you understand his methods and his philosophies. And to the point now where we're so much on the same page. I call sequences of options before he does, or say things to teammates before, then he'll say the same thing, and Shannon will look at me like, because I just said the same thing. So we're so much on the same page now. I think that just has a lot to do with me growing as a player.
After you signed your extension, you mentioned that told Phil that you did it in mind that he'd be back. Is that something you felt you needed to reiterate to him this week?
I just wanted to make sure he knew. Just throwing it out there.
Can you compare this run to the run you had when you were younger? Because you went through that 3-year period where I'm sure you didn't know if you'd get back to this point. Can you compare the two?
This one feels sweeter to me because nobody really expected, this to happen. Everything I read was, they're done after the trade and so forth. They'll never get back to that point. And here we are again. So it's sweeter.
Even more so than last year?
Yeah.
Was the entire playoffs like a route of facing your demons? First Utah, then Phoenix, at the end Boston, like all the demons from the entire year.
Utah is like something like deeply embedded in me. That's just has a an honest dislike for them. Just growing up, they used to just run right through us. So that's always there. Phoenix, obviously, what that's about. Boston, what that's about. And even Oklahoma, I was an old man in a wheelchair. So, all those things, made this playoff run sweet.
You talked after the Boston series, about it caring and you caring about it and the result, and that it was Boston. And I'm not sure how many of us actually believed you. Anyway, but where does that thing come from? Where you just, or is it a personal thing where you just have to get yourself into a space so that even if we don't believe what you're saying and fans may not believe what you're saying, it's important for you to say it anyway?
Yeah, you have to put yourself in a space where you can focus on the task at hand, not the hype of it. It's like, because the hype's not going to win the series. It's the execution. So you have to have a form of detachment, at least for me. And my teammates the same way. You have to have some kind of detachment to the game itself, to the series itself, to be able to perform.
Is there a point in the season where we should just stop believing what you say? Like a date?
Yeah, I give you guys really generic answers anyway, so it's probably about as honest as I'm going to get with y'all. So.
You mentioned being thought of as old during the Oklahoma.
I didn't say myself that
well,
way.
But
a lot of
the masses.
I don't want to say you guys, but
Well, it wasn't literally just us.
Yeah.
There were other people.
Yeah.
But is that something that's been new for you to wrap your head around, just that perception of Kobe Bryant in the twilight of his career?
yeah, but it's been fun though. It really has. Like it's just like, oh, cool. It was before I was too young.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it was, oh, you lead a team. And now it's, well, he's too old. So it's always